Hello and welcome to Give Permission to Ask Questions. My name is Laurette Lee. I run Phoenix Career Development, and this is my buddy Dana. So I'm very
He-
excited. Tell us about yourself, there, lady.
First off, I want to say hi, Lorette. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And to thank you, I have a surprise for you. Ready? Do you like pink or white?
I don't know. This is too like white.
Okay, so I got you flowers for today.
Oh, thank
Okay, so
you.
that's for you. You take it.
I-
Here we go. So there you go. You got a pretty flower. So we're all set. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody, all Lorette's friends. My name is Dana, and I'm one of Lorette's friends. And I got to meet her a few years ago. I think Lorette's going to talk about how we met.
Mhm.
And basically, I'm a mom. I also work full time. And for fun and to make this world a better place, I shine whenever I can. I also do a fun online show and I have this fun social media site. And we can talk about it during the show also later on. But
You
today
can
we're going
plug
to.
yourself all you want, by the way.
Okay.
You can plug yourself
Yeah.
shamelessly because it's give permission to do you and do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, that's easy. Well, I like long walks on the beach. I'm a
Yes.
Scorpio. No. No.
Scorpio I was looking for.
Yeah. I'm really passionate about music. I play bass guitar and I sing and I started like Lorette. I play
Yay!
the ukulele
Did you-
now.
Did you see I'm getting a violin? So a green violin.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna go get a violin. So I learned how to play the ukulele, learned how to play guitar. I'm gonna learn how to play the violin. I'm very
How cool is
excited.
that? Where are we going right now? Where are you taking me?
Argos is yelling at things, so I was gonna see if she wants to leave the room, but she doesn't want to.
Okay.
So you will hear my dog whine. She's just in a whiny mood today, so whatever.
No problem.
So we
yeah.
met, me and Dana, where I was like, I want to do something like life is boring. I've created a boring life. I'm like, okay, so what? Now what am I going to do? So I'm like, I'm going to take a dance class. If you know me, I'm not a dancer, but Dana is. So there was this shake, shine. What was the other thing? Shake,
Sing, shine, and shake.
Oh, sing, shine, and shake. So Dana was the definition of shine in the sing, shine, and shake. So we were even drawn together. It was destiny that we would have this conversation about shining. And I've been waiting to give permission to ask questions to shine for like since I started it, since the very beginning. I knew I was gonna like have this conversation. I was like, who am I gonna have this conversation with? You were the only person I was gonna have this conversation with.
No way. Well, if the role were reversed, I would have asked you too because you shine, girl. You are just such a joy. We even won an award for the class from all the students. I think Lorette won the award like best personality. What best sense of humor? What did you win?
It was like
Yeah.
To be true and authentic, shine within yourself. That was the award that I won in Shake Shine. So I love it. So that's why I wanted to have the conversation with you. I wanted to really drive the point, like give permission to ask questions. Why shine? So Dana, why are you shining?
Because it's super fun.
No. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people they do talk shows and they talk for a while, then they give you a good point. Well, I'm gonna hit you with a big point right from the get-go. Bam. Okay, you ready, everybody at home? Okay. So not being yourself and not shining can work short term, but it will not work long term. So please learn from me, learn from my mistake. Okay. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to wear a mask. Don't try to dim your light. Don't try to shrink to make other people comfortable because it will work in the short term in any relationship. That's not just with your boyfriend. That's at work. That's when you're playing, when you're isolating,
right.
When you're on lockdown.
With your dog.
Yeah. It just happened to us in Alberta last night. People were going back on the lockdown. Hey.
Right. So big news lockdown.
So let's take this as an opportunity, everybody, to roll up our sleeves and do our part. What can we do to make this world a better place? And there's nothing, I think, more important right now than shining your light,
Yeah.
being you, and spreading some sunshine out there, because I've noticed the difference. I've noticed it's harder for people to smile when I'm out and about. It's a lot harder. So I still smile. I still say hello. I do my best. So, okay. So my big point, sorry, I like to talk a lot. So I'll try to.
You boo.
Okay, thank you.
I'll reel
So,
you in when I need to, but I don't need to right now.
yeah, but shining is like many other example in life. Like you can pretend to be somebody else. You can settle in a relationship. You can settle in jobs. You can settle in anything, whatever, that apartment. Everything is going to work short term, but long term, it will not. And what happens is after a few years, you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm empty. I feel empty. I can't do this anymore. And then life comes and gets you, and they give you mirror, like this life will send you people to mirror you all kinds of opportunities to learn and grow, and to show you that you're not doing the inner work, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's my first point. Do you agree with that, or what do you think?
So your first point is give permission to shine, actually is be your true authentic hell like self. And
Yeah.
what does your true authentic self look like? It looks amazing and very sparkly.
Oh, yay.
Yes, no. But we're all a bit weird, but
Yeah.
we all try and hide it. So part of shining is like, that's weird. You're crazy. The dream killer is a thing. I believe in high emotion, high dreams. Like, let's play in our dreamland. Let's play in knights. Let's play in dragons. Let's slay some dragons. And
Oh,
you can't play in that realm if you kill a dream. You can't play in that realm if you snuff your light out, right? But if you give permission to be your true authentic self, you can shine. It looks crazy to people, but you're having fun.
yeah. You know, like when people take a glass of wine or two or three or a couple beers or whatever, then their personality comes out. They're like, I love you, man. I love you, man. You're my best friend. Or you hear like, I don't like you, man. And like I want to challenge everybody to not need a crutch and just do the inner work. And where it starts is doing the self-love work.
Mhm.
And it sounds a little simple, but it's not. To do the inner journey, my friends, it takes months to years. Like, and for me, it's like you take a puzzle and you try to figure out who you are. Take the puzzle, throw it on the floor. You have 1,000 pieces on the floor. What do you do?
Mhm.
Where do you start the puzzle? So you start the puzzle with the outline.
Ooh, yeah,
Right?
girl. Yeah.
So when you do the outline work in real life is actually doing your values. What are your core values? Okay. And then you put it on a sticky note. Okay. And then you put the sticky note right by your face, by your bed. So every time you wake up, you're like, oh, I need love. I need you put all your values on sticky note right by your bed.
Yeah.
And you can't miss it. Or you could put sticky note on that sticky note. You could put you shine, girlfriend. Right?
Yes.
You can do that too. So I find the sticky note exercise really is helpful. It looks a little weird, like your bedroom look, but
sticky notes all over the
like right there. Oh yeah, it's reminders. You see? Okay. Tell me one thing on your sticky note. You gotta read one thing. Tell me one thing. Yeah.
This is my favorite because it's the tree of life, but I don't actually know what that means. But there's 7 streams of spiritual growth on it. So what can I do each day? So I pick like a spiritual growth. So one of them is like play music. One of them is like hang out with people I like. One of them is like peace. One of them is joy. And so my back pocket shine is joy. When you have a conversation with me, you're like, that was real fun. I wasn't expecting that. Like a lot of people, when they first meet me, they're like, that was a really fun conversation. That's like part of my joy is enjoying life. And you can be surprised by joy. Like I'm pretty sure when you first met me, Dana, you didn't know how amazing I was, but I knew how amazing you were. So I gave you permission to shine, your true authentic self. And it was painful, but it was the best possible case scenario. And look at you shining right now. Like,
Look, Look, everybody, I'm super cute. No, that's what I tell myself. I use humor all the time. Humor, because life can be so serious and so Debbie Downish, and you have to really catch yourself. And this is what I do is I say, I deserve the best. Okay. So every time I go outside, like let's say example A&W, I'm going to say, ooh, I'm going to get the very best table here. Check this, check it. I got the best table. I got the best service. Who cares? It's fast food, right? Like it's just a table. But that's the thing is you play with yourself. Check it. I got the best cashier at Walmart. Ooh, like, so and then you start catching yourself say, wow, I do have value. I do matter. So it's basically building your self-worth, because when you're an overgiving person, you usually for years and years and years will put other people's needs before your own. And that works short term, but long term it doesn't, So what you want to do, everybody at home, is you want to fill your own cup of love so full of, and you're nice to yourself. You only talk nice to yourself. You only eat good things if you can. Like it's not easy, but like do everything really nice and fill your own cup of love. So what happens is all the love will overflow to everybody around you. And then I'll say, wow, she's so loving. She's so caring. She shines, So that's the secret is you want to overflow your cup of love. So it overflows to everybody around you. Okay.
So let's just scale back. And what is your definition of shining then? What does it mean to shine?
Okay, there's different kind of shine. There's a guy in a fancy new car that's really shiny. He looks cool.
Okay.
He shines, right? There's also, you can wear full glitter, full makeup. But for me, true shine, it's something that's not forced.
Okay.
It's something that is authentic. It's the joy of living. And Laurette is a perfect example. She oozes joy like this. Ooh, right? You oozes joy. So for you, it comes naturally. I think that's the real you. I never seen you any other way. So what the gift that Laurette gives us by being joyful and shining is she gives us permission to shine also. So It's contagious.
Marianne Williamson, like, okay, it's easy to be like meh and hide in the shadows, but when we give ourselves permission to shine, we allow other people to shine. So that's why I love the theory of shining. And like the definition of COVID is like, let's snuff out the light, complete darkness. Like I always go back to fear or faith. We can be scared, or we can have faith everything's going to work out. And I'd rather play in the faith land of like, I got this, because I understand COVID is real. I'm not going to negotiate that. I'm not going to be like, no, I understand it's real. However, but how are you living in COVID? So most people are living like, this sucks. I hate this. But I'm like, I'm thriving in a pandemic. That's how I started to play the game of COVID. I was like, okay, if I'm going to like choose my own adventure in COVID, if I'm going to run my own company in COVID, how am I going to run it? And the thought of like giving myself permission to thrive in a pandemic was the best thought. So I was always like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? And so like everyone's shutting down in March. I got 2 contracts that week because I was like, I'm busy being successful. So like, I guarantee life is hard. However, but you can shine, and you can shine so well and just have an amazing life, right? So you tell me, give me your sage advice of you shining because you're amazing.
I always had that, to be honest, growing up. I always had a little, like, I don't know, it was in me, but I had to nurture it. And I was told many times in my life, I was too much.
Okay.
I had to dim. So the biggest example that really marked me in my life is during a high school audition. I was auditioning to be the high school singer, and I was so proud of myself for even having the guts to try it. And there was a line of boys in the first row pointing and laughing at me. Like it was traumatic. Like they were like, you suck, like, and then I won. I became the school singer. I won. And I felt like saying, yeah. But they really taught me that this is what's happening right now in real life in Alberta or everywhere is, yes, life is there, but you can go like this and choose. See, I'm like, I can sing, I can do this. Oh, I didn't put my phone on the airplane mode. That, you see, I should have done that.
Someone wanted to do that up and be like, excuse me, the diva wants to play.
I will let her know that I was like doing an interview. No big deal.
No big deal. I'm just
No big deal.
recording right now. Actually,
Yeah.
my
So
phone.
you can choose where you put your attention. Okay. So that's that. And okay, so also there's so many things, that so many points I want to say, but yeah, if you can use humor, that's a big one. Using humor, you deserve the best, and just being kind to yourself. Like, I will tell myself before I go out, oh, you're super cute, or like something silly like that, just to get me happy. And also I like shining too, because it helps other people. Like, for me, it really helps. So my intention by helping others, you can, some people, they only think of themselves, but if you do it with the intention to helping others, like on my show, I do it to try to help others to not go through depression, to anxieties, because it's really real. The facts are out there. It's affecting everybody on a really deep level. So we all have to roll up our sleeve and be part of the solution. Ask yourself, are you part of the problem? Or are you part of the solution?
Yeah.
Right?
And like, give yourself permission to solve a problem.
Yeah. So everybody's got gifts. Everybody, even your little dogs get gifts. Like, everything's got gift. You just got to find it and do it.
Yeah.
So the big one is, when you love yourself, when you have true self-love, you won't shine to get other people's outside, like, you won't need outside validation.
I love this.
You do it because you love it. You're yourself, and you're shining, and you're just expressing your true self from the heart, right? So I'm not doing it to get attention. Sure, sometimes it's fun to, hey, good job, like, get a pat on the back, feels good. But now when you do the self-love work too, what's really neat is when people tell me, hey, this is wrong about you. Like, they're right there and they say, wah, 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 right? I'm like, that's okay. Like, okay, but I know my truth now. I know that I'm a good person. My intentions are good. I'm legit. So it doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't affect me. So I don't get triggered and get into the negative mindset. So I think the best permission to shine is really doing the self-love work. So this way, you're yourself from the get-go, and it will work long-term.
Well, and give permission to shine by setting intention. So set intention to be amazing. Set intention to shine. Set intention to be comfortable with yourself. So speaking of setting intentions, I started this. So each day I would wake up in October and like November and be like, what's the intention? And then some of them were so awesome. I'm just going to share some of my
intentions. Yay.
So everyone knows there's like a dragon little Viking warrior princess within me. So like the best way to slay a day. Like, that's what I woke up and I'm like, what dragons are we going to slay today? Like, that was the first one. I wanted a win-win day. So I'm like, win-win. So I wanted to like create something where both parties won. Oh, both parties won that day.
Yeah.
One day I woke up and I was like, oh, like I got slaughtered yesterday by dragons. So like, go easy on me. So like, personal self, let's have like a nice little jazz day. Let's have like a jazz breakfast. Like, let's enjoy the life and create like easy. Oh, that was easy. Like, I would press the Staples "that was easy" button and be like, that was easy. So that was one day. My favorite day, I run in the circle of wild. The sole purpose with me is tenacious because I believe in myself. And I'm like, oh, mint. So that was my best day ever. And that's the whole point with shining within yourself, and intention setting. Shining is really, how are you going to live this day? She's like so chatty today.
I know.
So what's your best intention setting? Or have you set one that's like, this is amazing?
Well, before we get into that, if that's okay, I wanted to talk about another important point
Yeah.
is I forgot to mention it earlier is setting yourself up for success to shine. So
Yes.
you have to set yourself up. For example, today I wanted to shine as much as possible. Guess what I did to prepare for success? I went to bed early.
Oh, good job.
I did not overschedule myself today, so I was exhausted.
Yeah.
I showed up with a cute hairstyle and with lots of notes ready because I know my strengths is not to wing it. Like I'm not the best at winging it.
This one's
So-
good at winging.
Yeah. So I set myself up for success. So I give me extra confidence to be extra shiny. Do you know what I mean? So if you're going to go on stage as a musician, for example, you have to practice your tunes. You have to practice your songs and know the lyrics and take care of your appearance. And then when you're on stage, you shine extra. And by the way, the first time I went on stage, I was super scared.
Mhm.
How do you convince somebody to go on stage in front of a crowd to perform? What is the secret to push through fear? For me, it's so silly, is I call it my right foot. Like if I take one step,
Oh,
that's it. I will not turn back. It's like my own contract I write to myself. If I take the step, that's it. There's no going back. And I'm like, holy moly, like brace yourself. Like, sometimes I was like, I can't, like the scariest thing I've ever done was dancing in front of 30,000 people at the Commonwealth Stadium. That's just one example.
yeah.
And I was right in the front, nobody to follow. I was being followed. So I was like, I can't screw up, right? Pressure, right? So you just have to say, once you take your first step, you're committed, make the best of it. And it's okay to make mistakes. So that's another thing. I can still shine. I make lots of mistakes. Listen to me. I got a French accent. Hello, look at the thing. The thing is, right?
I love it.
I have a thick accent and I'm hosting shows on the internet with
Yeah.
a French accent. So I give permission to people say, you know what? You can have an accent. You don't have to be perfect. You can still contribute.
Mhm.
So
And-
basically forgive yourself. Sorry, I interrupted.
No,
But,
no, I interrupted you.
no, but just basically it's okay to make a mistake because I know my intentions were right. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to make this world a better place in my own way and help other people shine too. So I'm easy on myself. When I screw up, I'm easy on myself,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And it doesn't have to be perfect because those are the people that are the most stress is the perfectionist. I was type A-ish before. Like everything had to be organized and it's not like a fun way to live. It's a
No.
lot more fun to wing it, but I don't want to wing it too much because then I like to be kind of like in the middle now and not being prepared for nothing. I find then you planning to fail.
So I'm going to give you my shine journey in Coles Notes, and no one will believe me. I used to be
Oh.
really, really shy. Like, no, extremely shy. And people are like, I don't believe you. I'm like,
No way.
I'm a strong introvert. If I didn't have to talk to people, I wouldn't. And like, my mom was my best friend. I would just hang out behind her a lot of the time. And I was like, is that the life that I want to create? Is like fear. Do you know what I mean? And the only way for me to have a mind-blowing life was to now step into the stage and shine. Like that to me was worth it because hiding wasn't working for me. You know what I mean? We were all designed to be like, well, hello, this is who I am. And I believe in the change of the world. Like I believe in the shine. And it's funny because with me, how I stepped up and started shining is I'm going to make some big mistakes. Give yourself permission to fail. But what if you succeed? So, like, the thought of success is almost like the motivation behind it. I'm like, oh my God, I might actually run an empire. Oh my goodness, I might have like actually be highly successful. Like, I understand the 1% of people that are extremely rich are 1%er, but I could be that 1%. Why not? Because I'm giving myself permission to play in the arena with the Titans. And like, matter of fact, whoever says the word Titans anymore, we don't give ourselves permission to be audaciously successful anymore. And I'm like, shine, 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 shine. I got things to do, people to see. So like, I'm going to cut you off because I keep shining. You seem like you have this crazy wow moment. Go ahead.
Well, there's so many, like, I'm like, ching, 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 ching. I need to ask you, in your opinion, looking at society in general, what's the percentage of people that give themselves permission to shine? Truly.
Not that many.
Can you just give me like 20%, 10%,
No,
50%?
3%. 0
Okay.
3.
And in your opinion, how many people should shine in percentage?
100%.
Okay. So there's a problem. There's a shine problem.
Yeah.
So we need shine coaches.
Yes, we do.
So, okay. So we're going to have to help people to come out of their shell. Okay. So the most powerful.
I do career development, right?
Okay, that's right. Everybody, the answer is go see Laurette and you'll get all your answers and you'll be happy and shining.
Just in your niche of career.
In your career, yeah. But the most powerful people I've ever met on the planet, for real, is that, I'm not going to say it, I'm going to use codes, F it people.
Okay.
They're like, their whole life exploded.
My
like,
life.
That's what happened to me. Yeah. Like, I know you had a moment too. It gets so bad where everything falls apart.
Yes, everything gets so bad.
Your whole foundation, even the foundation falls apart. The good thing, it's a gift. That's a gift. It's really uncomfortable gift. It's not comfortable whatsoever. It sucks. I don't like it.
Messy. And it's
yes.
Right.
But you get a gift that you get to build from the right foundation up. Mm-hmm. You do it right this time. And you have to do the work. There's no shortcut. You can't be lazy. You have to do the inner work. And guess people are going to like this. I'm sorry, but when I was in a relationship, I got comfortable. Mm-hmm. I got stagnant. I just I wasn't, how do you say it? Slaying? I wasn't slaying.
I wasn't slaying dragons or fighting.
I wasn't slaying dragons back then. Now I have like my, the problem is once you do the inner work and you know your worth and you're peaceful and you're shining and everything is a lot better, mm-hmm. then you find your peace. And then you're like, do I want to jeopardize my peace and let somebody in that's needy, that has issues, that has not done the inner work? Like, you're like, do you feel like doing that? Or am I going to put my energy on projects and empires and magic castles and things like that? I'm just joking, but it's a choice.
I'm not. Slaying dragons is real today.
Okay.
Like, my dragon is marketing. My dragon is, hey, people that don't know about career development, would you like to develop your career?
Can you do that?
Yes.
And run an empire and be in a relationship at the same time that is highly successful relationship?
You hit a pain point. But the long and the short of it is, yes.
Okay. Everything's possible.
Why not? I'm busy being amazing. You can only come on this journey if you're amazing. I have said no to some people because I'm like, I got time for you. And like, some people don't like to shine, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? Shining is messy because it is internal work. The only reason that I shine is because I'm comfortable in my foundation that crumbled. So I created a different foundation from the foundation of my 20s, but I made it better. I reinforced it and I rose like a phoenix.
That's your career logo. I love it.
Yeah.
Raising them, it's classic. It's beautiful. And people don't like when your light shine too bright because it shows their shadow side, mm-hmm. and it triggers them. And I get that a lot too. It's mm-hmm. like people, they snap at you because they're like, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not always well received, but that's okay. You can learn some good shielding methods and you have to learn it's their issue. It's not you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just they're feeling triggered because they haven't done the work yet. Mm-hmm. Once you do the inner work, you will love everybody like unconditionally, but at the same time, you have to have solid boundaries. And overgivers like me, all my life, I had huge boundary problems. I didn't like saying no because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings. But like, I think you're better at boundaries than I am. I think that like when something bothers you, you're like, No, excuse me. Like for me, it's been, I have to practice. And I got this year a few opportunities to work on boundary setting. And what I do now is I try to say in the most loving way I can, but I still have to push myself to do it. It's not easy.
So I'm doing December 14th, 7 p.m. is goal setting, right? How are your goals for this coming year, 2021? Do you got some goals going on for next year?
The tricky part is my life is still up in the air. I'm still divorcing,
Yeah.
and I still don't have my own home. Pardon?
I still got shit to do.
Yeah, and I still, everything is like work, all my biggies are all up in the air, but I still can find, because I'm good within myself, that's why I can keep myself happy and shining and positive, is because I've done the work. But like the only would be like cry in the corner, probably, like like not knowing, living in the unknown is not easy.
I agree with that.
So goal setting is to try to make this world a better place in my spare time. Keep developing my music for sure. And I would like to learn some new, maybe how to do digital courses or something like that. A creative content course. So there's some work I want to do. I have a list. What I do is every time I have a big idea, I call it my big idea list. And then I have my little clipboard with it's really cute. And then I write my big idea. It's quite long now. I'm like, wow, I got a lot to do.
I'm busy.
Yeah. So I'm still debating if I want to add love to the mix, because I don't know, like,
right.
You know,
I got time for that. I'm doing internal work right now.
Yeah. So what are your plans, Laurette?
So let's recap. I think that's
Okay.
Number one, when we start a journey, we're lost. Most people don't tell you that. Like, in order to start a journey, you have to figure that you're on a journey. And like when you start a journey, you're lost. And everyone thinks it's sad and disgusting to be lost. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, but this is the fun part. Hey, I don't have a treasure map. Hey, I'm lost. So what do you do when you're lost? You get to learn and grow and find. Growth is uncomfortable. Shining is uncomfortable. So like I launched my career this year. Argos, that's enough of this. Come here.
She wants to shine. She's like, what about me? I want to shine too.
So I have a dog and she won't be quiet. So
there she is. Hi, girl. Here, I'll give her the pink flower. Here you go.
Thank you.
It's a flower.
So I love it. This year has been highly successful. I made a list of 15 things of goals, and I always look back on my goals. So I've been goal setting probably for 10 years. So I'll actually write my goals on like a little sticky thing. Like,
love it.
Right?
Love it.
So you look back in order to look ahead, but you plan ahead, right? So choose enjoyment. I just stuck that on my list. I stuck abstract conversations on my list because I was like, well, I'm going to choose enjoyment today. So a lot of things with the journey of goal setting, it's where's the journey? How do I wanted to set the intention behind the goal, right? And you said at the very beginning, understand your values. So my values, humor, authenticity, and integrity. So everything on my goal goes under these aspects of my values, purpose, and mission. So it's almost like round 2. So this year was the first year of running a company. My whole goal is run a company that's mind blowing. Do something that no one else can do because you're doing it. And I'm like, okay.
What is it?
Running an empire.
Yeah.
So yes, I set goals. I teach the class on setting goals and I accomplish goals because I give myself permission to fail.
She's so funny.
She like wants to be the star of the show. Come on, man. Sit in, be quiet.
Hi, girl. She's so cute. Hi, baby girl.
Trust me, she doesn't want to leave the room. She just wants to like.
She give nice kisses.
Actually, so this is my favorite thing to do with my dog, and I don't care if it's rude or inappropriate, but like sometimes giving yourself permission is do a little howl. Let the beast within play.
Yeah.
So Argy can howl, but only I can make her do it.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
a little
Do it.
conversation. This will be annoying, but she'll howl and she'll like go all the way out. Are you ready? This is
Ready.
okay. Thank you. Thank you for that.
That's right. That's a reminder, everybody, to be bold and
Yeah.
to howl at the moon, or like, yes, you know, those little these animals are so good for the soul. You know,
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a nice puppy, and that was cute.
So yeah, give yourself permission to shine. Shining is fun. When you live in the darkness, you still have that shine potential. So the only question is, do you want to step into your authentic self? Maybe, maybe not. But like, I know Dana does. I know I do. I always say questions, comments, concerns. Any other tidbits, Dana, that you're like, I have to share this so
Yes.
people will shine?
You touched it when you showed your little list. There's something that reminded me that, okay, we're all going through this human experience, right? We're all going through it. We're here to grow and to learn. So like she says, you go in the future, picture yourself going 10 years from now, and then you turn back and look at yourself during COVID. Ask yourself, was I a good human being? Did I do my best? Did I try? Or was I grumpy and miserable and swearing at everybody? Because I want to tell everybody at home that it's not fun to be on the receiving end of somebody that swears at you.
Yeah.
It happened to me with a gentleman that was a big man that thought, hey, I should pick on this small woman there. It's not fun. So looking back in 10 years from now, did you try your hardest? Did you try your best? You know, if you can't do it for yourself, shine for your kids. Say, look, mommy's shining. Mommy's trying to be a light during this dark time. Look, kids, I'm trying. So if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your loved ones or do it for humanity. You know?
Do it for humanity.
Yeah. So always you can go in the future and look back and say, okay, like, so call yourself up on your stuff, you know? If you're lazy, catch yourself, you know, and call yourself on your stuff. And the other point is find the courage to be yourself, be passionate, be bold, be daring, be your unique self, and be super cute.
Oh, I love it. So there you go.
And then I have a song really quick. It's Heal the World, Make It a Better Place for You and for Me and for the entire human race, Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna share a song with my ukulele later today because of last night's announcement. When something goes bad, then I'm like, oh, what can I do to be part of the solution? So I'm gonna sing, and that's my contribution for today.
Drop it in the comments below. Like this will come out Monday at 9 o'clock. I had to think about it. I'm like, when does it give permission to come out? Monday at 9 o'clock. I'll like send you the attachment. Drop it in the comments below because I'm like, you will share your song here in the comments.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
And one last point before we go. At the military, I was in the service for 19 years as a soldier. I've learned so many good life lessons. One of them was always leave the situation better than you found it.
See, give permission to shine.
Yes. So if you borrow somebody's car, fill it up before you return it. If you're in this human experience, leave this world a better place than you found it. Do your part. Come on, everybody. Let's shine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you.